Softly and tenderly, Jesus is calling, calling for you and for me. Softly and tenderly, Jesus is calling, calling for you and for me. Come home, come home, you who are weary, come home. Eagerly, gently, earnestly, gently, Jesus is calling, calling for you and for me. Like Heidi Baker says in all of her encouragements, she drops in, oh, and no sin, none, not at all. Confess it, get rid of it. God is crashing in on you. Just leave the sin out. Thank you, Jesus. So today, on the farm, yesterday on the farm, there's an event. The event is intense. Okay? And it's a parallel to texting and driving. If you're texting and driving, you feel that your communication is very important. But, bam! There's danger. There's turkey eggs sitting under turkey hens. And everybody's waiting for the turkey eggs to come out and hatch. And there's one moment where 4 turkey eggs hatch. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there's 4 tiny little turkey chicks running around. And the papa turkey, the turkey in power, the turkey in authority. And see, sometimes that's the most spiritual person, or the most spiritually enlightened person in the midst of some people. The turkey in power comes in, and that turkey is used to, if there's a rodent or a rat, that turkey will actually grab, peck, drive out any kind of trouble. So he's doing an important thing, a thing that seems really important. So he goes in, and he sees these little turkey chicks running around, and to him, they look like danger. They look like problems. They look like, a difficulty. So he goes, peck, 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 and he destroys 4 little turkey chicks. Now, in our fear, we can either do things that feel protective that end up being destructive, or we can omit things that end up being destructive. It's like in the freedom of religion zone, omissive sin is like way big, on the difficulty point. It's like that's why denominations get angry at each other. Well, those people don't do this, and those people don't do that. Those people, don't realize that you can't do this and call yourself a Christian. So the omissive sins are a large criticism environment, but they are also what causes little ones to get ruined. We are all responsible to save the souls that come near us with the information that we have. And, I mean, it's really weird that the one in authority, actually the one with the most power, ends up pecking at and destroying 4 tiny little ones. And, you know, it's kind of rough because the real action that was being done was an action of fear. The fear that there were things in the nest that were going to cause problems or cause discomfort or cause an egg to be stolen or cause something bad to happen. You know, and that's like, you know, there's that quadrant of 4 demon groupings. There's Hasatan, the accuser of the brethren, and then there's pride and greed or attainment, and weakness and terror or fear. And the terror or fear is like, oh my gosh, I couldn't possibly tell my parents. Oh my gosh, I couldn't, you know, possibly tell so-and-so, they'll freak out. Or I can't possibly reveal this thing because, you know, that would cause problems. And in my life, I mean, I was illegitimately conceived. My parents were living in fear for like 24 years. And I didn't get the equipment that I could have had on that gave me compassion towards my parents and actually gave me a concern, could have given me a concern about like how I'm handling my life. So I really got trained in a state of ignorance. So the Tom Turkey was ignorant. He thought he was doing what was right and what was expedient, just like somebody texting and driving. But BAM! We don't have little turkey chicks. They're gone. And that's really sad. So, who are the 4 near you that have come close and are under your care? Because, you know, we can't really handle anybody's lives but our own. So, we got to give all we can to those that come near us. So, don't forget to get the Finger of God Deluxe Version movie, because that is worth like 50 trips to church. And like, it's worth, I mean, it costs $50, but it's worth more than 100 trips to church. It gives you a picture of all the supernatural sweetness. Get a copy for yourself. Please look through the whole thing. My gosh, when I go through a couple of those discs, my perspective is completely different. I can actually write a note that has like truth and fullness and freedom in it. And so anyhow, happy Tuesday. Softly and tenderly Jesus is calling. Come home, come home. You who are weary, come home. Are you weary yet? Are you tired? Well, if you're really tired, then just come home to the purity of Jesus. It's really a decent place to be. It's kind of fresh and clear, and like it allows you to like evaluate everything and like gently and firmly set aside what is wrong or sin and hold on to the good stuff. Yay, there's so much good stuff. Set aside the bad stuff and don't let it camp out in your hut. Keep it out. That way you can bring everything forward. Woo! That's the deal. Yippee!